Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. In two of my previous videos, I talked about my problem with a caps lock keycap on my Rainy 75 mechanical keyboard, and I will link those videos in the description box. But since those videos were uploaded in which I replaced the keycap, here is where I am now. In order to see the caps lock light better, I have used this defective green cherry keycap, which I rejected at first because the defect was the terrible bleed through of the light on the south part of the keycap, as you can see. Now, there is no problem with my caps lock key or my keyboard for that matter. I really just needed to be able to know quickly in a glance if the key is on caps lock or not. It's a teeny tiny problem, I know, but if you are a full-time writer, then you would understand the importance of this. So I thought maybe a clear keycap would solve the problem. And I did try to order one custom keycap for the caps lock key, which is 1.75U in size, because I wanted the profile to match the rounded OEM profile of the yellow keycaps that I already have here, which I really like. But the very kind artisan said that it would cost me around the same as a one full set of clear keycaps. So he very kindly found one set online for me, a full set of clear keycaps with a rounded OEM profile. As you can see, it is very close to the shape of what I already have. And yes, it does make me see much more clearly in a glance if the caps lock is on, because then there is a cool white steady light that comes on. But just for good measure, I did try a smaller keycap, the 1U, I think this is, just so the on-off toggle switch of the keyboard can be more accessible to me. I have always found the concealed on-off toggle switch to be kind of annoying. Now I know I don't have to turn off the keyboard manually because it shuts itself off after not being used for several minutes, but it does not look good at all. And then I noticed that the caps lock key has a crack in it. I'm sure I did not crack it. I was not rough with it at all, as you have seen in this video. But then this keycap set is not made of very good quality anyway. And the bottom of the keycap also has some nicks in it. I hope you can see that. So here is the keyboard when placed in my work setup with a small keycap. As you can see, it just looks bad. The right size keycap for this works as it should. It makes me see the caps lock light, whether it's on or off, but it just does not look good, and it came to me cracked anyway, so I returned this and got a full refund. But quite surprisingly for me, I found a keycap online that was also clear and of a very similar profile as the yellow keycaps that I already have. In the photo on the listing, this looked like cherry, and I thought I could live with cherry, but this looks like XDA, I think. And it's of good quality, and the material is quite thick, as you can see. And there are no cracks or nicks in it, and it's only 47 pesos. I really like this one. But at this point, I noticed that something was up with the actual caps lock key. Sometimes the cool white light does not come on when I press it once. I had to press it a few times for the white light to come up. And when the white light is on, it does not turn off at just one press. I also had to do it a few times. So I changed the switches. I took one switch from my numpad, but the same problem persisted. I tried out these switches that I bought before to try out, which I also showed in a previous video, but changing switches did not solve the problem. I even opened the keyboard up to see what was going on because maybe a piece of hair was caught somewhere in there, although that is very unlikely. But nevertheless, I did not see anything in there that shouldn't be there. And when I put everything back together, the problem was still there. Of course, because I didn't do anything really, I just looked inside, so the problem did not get solved. After some time, I just gave up, placed the aqua green switch back in there because that's the clicky switch that I like the most, and because it also has a clear top, so it exposes the changing light color better. And I put the new clear keycap back. But then I called my son into my room to show him the problem. I told him very briefly what the problem was, and then when we were actually clicking on the key, there was no problem anymore. So my son said, well, I guess it's one of those problems that just disappears when you tell someone else. Well, okay. So, problem solved. And this keycap is very pretty. I really like it. The rounded OEM keycap profile is not easy to find. And I didn't even know that it's what I bought. It's probably not what I bought. This is most likely XDA, but maybe it was meant to be. And Maybe I was also meant to tell my son about it. So I guess this is the end of my little series on solving my caps lock keycap problem. I hope you found it entertaining anyway, and I also hope that you found it helpful as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.